What's up, people? It's your boy David Rush, man. Just want to tap in with y'all real quick. I was gonna go get dressed up and get all ready for this, but I figured, I like being authentic with the people, and I promised I was gonna start doing more content about kidney disease and my journey, based off of people just hitting me up, telling me, man, they want to know where I could hear more of my story and where they could go and just hear more of the journey. So here I am. For those who don't know, my journey started really in 2007. That's when I started dialysis, but I was really diagnosed in high school. I was in 10th grade. I just went for a normal checkup for football. Shout out to the Highland Park Owls. Went for a normal checkup, getting ready for that season, and that's when they found protein in my urine. I then went and got a biopsy done, and they found scarring on the tissue. I was 15, 16 years old. I really didn't think it was nothing. I didn't have any oh my God moments or oh man, I'm gonna be sick or whatever. I didn't think it was gonna be that. And so I just continued my regular life. Told me I couldn't play ball that year. My blood pressure was through the roof, and I was young, and I figured it was nothing because I felt immovable. I was a young kid. And so after I left there, graduated high school and went to college down in the A. Shout out to Art Institute of Atlanta. Went to school, I was in Hotlanta in 2000, so I wasn't thinking about blood pressure, wasn't thinking about getting, follow-up visits and all that type of stuff done. And then ended up just living my life. I was noticing some swelling and stuff on my face and my legs, ankles, feet, and all that type of stuff, but I had just chalked it up to, I was chubby and I was a big boy, and I just figured, it's the socks or whatever, making all these type of excuses. And a lot of people do that, when they're sick and don't know it, make a lot of excuses for things that happen to our body. We chalk it up to being something else. So after that, y'all know me, my girl, Mimi back home. She was my girlfriend in high school, eventually became my wife. I came back home, she was working at a internal medicine group. She took my blood pressure, took my, physical, and that's when all the numbers came back. Creatinine was high, which is the function of your kidneys, but I felt fine, felt like nothing was wrong. Blood pressure was through the roof again, and I ended up seeing a nephrologist for the first time, which is a kidney doctor for the first time. And I remember getting really close with him. Shout out to Dr. Jane and all of the nephrologist group that I was with at that time. And I was 24 years old, and he kept it 100 with me. He said that if I didn't start dialysis in a year, I wouldn't see my 25th birthday. So I was working at Staples, and then I remember delivering papers at Staples. Shout out to Winston, my boss, and all my coworkers at Staples, going up and down Route 130 in North Brunswick. And I remember I came home tired. I was living with my sister, Seno, and I remember just passing out, man, and then going to the hospital and everything like that. And they put a catheter in my chest and started my first dialysis, man. I crashed in. It's what we call crashing in, just waking up and being on treatment. And I was in Robert Wood Hospital. I was doing 5 hours a day in there for a couple weeks. Creatinine was really high. Everything was really high. Did that, transferred over to a DCI unit for a while. And then that's how I just got my deal with Pitbull. I just had got signed. So, I was like, man, how am I gonna let him know? I didn't want to tell him. And then I finally told him. And, he was ecstatic for me and, was hoping that I could still maintain. He was ecstatic that I was still pushing, for my career, because I was going to give up. I was highly depressed when everything happened too as well, but had the support system, family, everybody who really helped me push through. And I think that's so important. And the mental health aspect too is very important too when you deal with this, because, it's heavy, man. It's a big, big, big change. And it was tough for me being so young and not really had accomplished nothing in my life yet. So I signed my record deal around the same time I started dialysis. I actually shot the Go Girl video. That song I wrote and performed and sold to Pitbull. I actually shot that video, and I had a catheter in my chest at that time. And I was real swollen up from all the medication I was on and all that. And so after that, my record deal was there. He asked me if I want to go on tour. I had just transferred over to a DaVita clinic at this time. And it was 2009. And he was like, do you want to go on tour? And I was like, yeah. And I ended up taking a home dialysis course for 6 weeks and learn how to do home dialysis. And then I took that machine on a 50-city tour with Pitbull. I never missed a date. I did every city. Shout out to my team XB at the time, who helped me just continue to push for my dreams, even though I was going through all this. Came back from tour, and then my brother Monster ended up giving me his kidney. Went and got tested. It was a perfect match. Got the kidney from him. And, got my transplant, which was amazing. That gave me 7 beautiful years of life. So from 2010 to 2017, from November 9th, 2010 to to 2017, I had that kidney, ended up losing it. I was diagnosed with FSGS, which is a reoccurring rare disease for kidney disease, so it reoccurred. And I lost that kidney in 2017, went back on dialysis. But in between that time, I had married Mimi and had 2 kids. And, so now I was back on dialysis with 2 kids, and it was really tough, but, we found a way to manage. And then 2019, ended up having kidney cancer and having to take out the transplanted kidney and my 2 kidneys I was born with, because it was blown up to the size of a balloon, and ended up taking them out. And that's when they found the cancer inside of it. But luckily, happy to say I am cancer-free to this day. Thank God for that. And 2020 COVID came, ended up going back home, doing home hemodialysis, 15 gauges needles in my arm every other day for 3.5 hours. I do that now to this day. And I've used this time and energy to kind of spread my word and influence others to still live a life on dialysis. You know what I mean? I travel the world and talk to patients, doctors, dietitians, social workers, and actually work for USRC as a, kidney care options educator about your options on dialysis, trying to catch people early so they don't crash in like me. So the biggest things for me is just education, the mental health aspect, and pushing patients to not end up on dialysis. I would love to keep people out of dialysis chairs. I would love to keep people off of having dialysis, and also not grouping dialysis patients all into one box, because we're so different. And some have rare diseases, some have regular diseases, some is because of diabetes and high blood pressure, which is like 2 of the main causes, especially for minority people in America. So I'm trying to educate to keep people out of the dialysis centers, to keep them off of, dialysis, and either getting a transplant or not even having to do anything, just taking care of their body through diet and just knowing your body, going to see your doctor, doing your checkups. You can check your stuff through regular doctor visits and blood work, asking for your eGFR, which is your filtration rate of your kidneys. You want them to be pretty high, you don't want them to be low. Asking for your creatinine, make sure your blood pressure is good. Diabetes, drink water, take care of yourself, all those good things. So that's my life mission now, and that's what I've been doing for the last 15 years. And, I've been blessed to be able to speak and educate all over the world, which I never saw coming as a career of mine, but grateful for what it is. And, I'm just, I'm a father of 2, I'm a husband, and, I'm hoping that my mom and dad, who has deceased, are looking down and are happy about what I'm doing. And for all those people who out there saying that I touched their lives, I hope I continue to impact in a positive way. And I'll continue to share more of my journey and things that I do. And any questions that you guys may have, I don't hesitate to put them in the comments, and I'll answer what I can. And again, I'm not a doctor, man. This is just my life, and I'm sharing it with you guys, hoping somebody learns from it, sees it, and is encouraged by it. And still able to do music, still able to, travel the world, do my treatments, and help others with inspiration, motivation, whatever it is that I give you, education, all the Asians, you know what I'm saying? So just doing my best to do that, and hoping that it leaves a mark out here for you people. So all my dialysis, kidney warriors, chronic disease patients, everybody out there, much love, much respect. I'm here with you. I am you. Still doing dialysis to this day. And I just pray that you guys take care of yourselves, and those who are not chronic disease patients, I hope you take care of yourselves as well, and know that health is wealth, man, and knowledge is power. And as always, man, it's wins only. Thank you for listening. God bless. Take care soon. Peace.